The second thing I want you to do is to track your time for everything that you do for the next 2 days. Like, seriously, the more you track, the better, in my opinion, because then you will see where you spend your time and where you would like to or where you wouldn't. Those are very, very important to know. I didn't quite break my day down to I brushed my teeth, put on my makeup, I peed, or even pooed, though if you sit on the toilet scrolling and take 10 minutes to do that, maybe you should. I will say I do enjoy going on pee breaks with my work besties and chatting and all of that, not in the stall, but chatting and taking our time, walking and getting tea and all that kind of stuff too. So maybe I should. I'm not judging. I am just saying you figure out what you need to track, what you don't. I usually leave the morning stuff as morning routine. I know what that is for me. But if you get distracted while you are doing your morning routine kind of stuff, then maybe you do need to track it. At the beginning, if you want to track every little thing, more power to you. The tool I like to use is called Toggle, and I have the link in the description so you can check it out there. I like it because you could just put it on your device and it makes analytics and reviewing your data a lot easier, and you don't have to write down the time, stop time, whatever, because you just hit a button and it starts and stops it for you. All I ask, if you use paper, just make sure you know what it is when you come back to review it, because I am going to ask you to come back and review how you spent your time and how you want to tweak that. You might notice that as you are tracking, you might already start seeing yourself spending less time on the stuff that you don't want to, social media, because you are aware that it is being tracked. And deep down, or maybe not too deep down, you know that you don't want social media time or screen time in general to be that top thing that just pops out in your time during the day. So don't lie to yourself, though, as you are writing these down or tracking them. You want them to be honest tracking. If you feel yourself wanting to fudge those numbers or stop the tracking early or write down rounded down numbers, sit with that for a second and think about why that might be, because that is telling on its own. If it doesn't feel good while you are doing it or as you think about it after, it's telling you something. So listen to yourself. Another thing that I might recommend as you are going through this, if you're going, the social media stuff keeps getting me, I love this app called Opal. It is a app blocker. So if you have these social media apps that are your time-sucking things that you just don't want to be on all the time, but maybe you need it for certain things, like I need it for my business and I go on it. However, I don't want to be caught up in the scroll cycle. So you can set up I'll go on it for 15 minutes, or maybe it's certain times. Like you do not want it right when you wake up or right before you go to bed. So you can set times where those social media apps or whatever you want blocked. Maybe it's YouTube. Maybe you spend too much time on YouTube and you want that blocked. Then you can set specific apps to be blocked at certain times or increments of time. Can you go into the Opal app and allow yourself to unblock that and get access to those apps? Absolutely. It is just one extra step or a little barrier to make you think and pause and say, do I really want to use this right now? Do I need to use this right now? Is this where I want to spend my time? If the answer is yes, unblock it, use it, and then block it again. Also, I know the time of year or week can change what our schedules are and how we do all the things in our day. And so feel free to have this tracking as a tool to revisit at any point in time. If you want to track every single day because you know that Monday is different from Wednesday, which is different from Saturday, which is different from Sunday, by all means, please do it. But I'm just asking that you do it for 2 days so that you can start seeing some sort of trend. One day would not be a trend. 2 days, you're starting to see a little bit of a trend of things that you do. Go back and review it and see what you learn, see what you want to cut out, see what you want to add in, what you want to make time for, because I bet some of those things are going to be those joy items from the joy journal, the things that really bring you life that might always go to the side. So set some boundaries to make time for some of those things. And once you cut out the stuff that is sucking up your time, and maybe that is outsourcing some stuff, you are going to have a much better look at where you have time or where you can make time and what you want to make that time for.